Good morning, everybody. Lately, I've been really enjoying the city life in Tokyo, but I've decided today to come out to a more countryside local area to enjoy a little bit of the slow life. I've come to an area called Ogawamachi and I'm going to be visiting another area called Gyoda, and it's in Saitama. So honestly, I don't do too many trips very often to Saitama. Although it is so close to Tokyo, I feel like it's very overlooked and people kind of wonder, what is there to do in Saitama? Well, today I'm going to show you what there is to do in Saitama. It was very easy for me to get here. It's actually a direct train from Ikebukuro station that took about 1 hour. Also, the scenery on the train was really beautiful. I got to see a very clear Mount Fuji. So for this trip, I'm going to be doing it over 2 days, but it's also good for a day trip. But to be honest, at this point, I don't know too much about Ogawamachi and Gyoda. I know that Ogawamachi is famous for washi paper and Gyoda is famous for tabi. That's kind of all the information I've got, and I'm just going to go enjoy a local chill time and get to know Saitama a little bit better. Also, before we get started, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsors of today's video, which is the Saitama Tourism Association. So thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm excited to learn more about Saitama. But yeah, also, I'm not the only person on this trip today, so if you see some people around, we're hanging out. It's not just me, but pretend it is. Pretend it's a nice little trip with just me and you, baby. All right, well, let's go and enjoy Saitama. Here we go. I just arrived at Yoshida-kei Jutaku, or the Yoshida family house, and it's the oldest house of this style in Saitama. It's about 300 years old. And here they have a bunch of different foods and drinks, and I'm going to be going to grill some mochi, which I'm really excited for. I would love a snack right now. Let's go! I'm getting a coffee. This is the most beautiful coffee experience I've ever had.
でもしなんか大きな地震でもあって、でいざという時にはこの生活がすぐに役立つ。
そうですね。
そうでしょ。いちいちガスなんかいらないんだから。木はいくらでもあるし、そういう意味合いね。だから歴史を守るっていうのは歴史的なものを守らなきゃいけないんだから、生活の中に全部歴史があるということです。私の主張。はい、そろそろ行きたいけどコーヒー飲む方がすいませんね。今やっと入りました。
Okay, time for me to grill my own dango. Here it is. Oh, that's so warm. It looks like the heat of the sun, but I'm sure it's going to be so delicious. There's something about the smell of smoke that just makes everything better. Oh, it smells so good. That's really good. It's so smooth. Having it cooked on a smoky fire, I don't know if it's the beans or what it does to it, but this is a very delicious coffee. It's one of the best coffees I've actually ever had. Ah, I'm so lucky. Okay, all right, it's time to dip my dango in the soy sauce. And this soy sauce is kept in a bamboo tube that they harvested out back, apparently. There's a bamboo forest out there, and I have to do this 3 times. All right, here is my shoyu dipped dango over the fire. I'm worried it's gonna be super hot, but here we go. Itadakimasu. It's really hot. Hi, it's very hot. How about we wait a second? Okay, take 2. Itadakimasu. The outside is very lightly crispy with that really salty, strong soy sauce flavor, and nice chewy dango in the middle. Very nice, simple snack to have by the fire. Kappa ga ochiteru. Water wheel! Right now, I'm staring into the sun and I'm standing in Tsukigawa, which is the main river that runs through Ogawamachi. And Ogawamachi is known for its clear, clean water. The clear water is used in a bunch of crafts that Ogawamachi is famous for, like making washi or also making sake. Also, 300 years ago, they'd come into this river and wash the kozo, which is the material used to make washi. Basically, super clear, beautiful water. I wish I could take a dip, but I can't. So let's go. Actually, there's a beautiful sake brewery here called Seiun Sake Brewery, and they just won an award at an international sake competition. So, of course, using the clear water in the area, they make really good sake. Hi. Oh, that is so good. Only a slight burn with lots of different flavors of sweetness. It's almost fruity. That is delicious. Now we're in Kappo, Futaba, which is a very old ryokan. It was built back in 1933, so it's about 91 years old. Now though, ryokan usually you can stay at them, but this ryokan, you can't really stay at it, but they do other things such as weddings and performances, but also they have a beautiful restaurant, which I'm at right now, ta-da, with a beautiful view. There's some really awesome history about this place. We just got a tour and got shown around, and here's a little history tidbit for you. One entrance is for the customers, and another one is for the workers, like the geisha and the performers who work here. Actually, fun little tidbit just over here. There's a rack for shamisen because they're a little bit difficult to carry around. The performers were allowed to leave their shamisen here, and also their taiko drums. There's also a beautiful stage upstairs, which is used for rakugo and kyogen. Let's get to eating. This is a beautiful kaiseki course meal, so I'm ready to consume. It's super delicious. It's really good. A little crunchy chip ASMR for you. I don't know if you like that or not, but it's what you're getting. Right here, I have what is about to become chushichi-mechi, which is a specialty, a local specialty. I have all of my toppings here. I have some yuzu, wasabi, and negi. Gonna pour this on top. Really beautiful flavor. There's seaweed in the rice, and the yuzu really comes through. The sashimi is so fresh. Everything's so excellent texture, excellent flavors. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll see you after. Goodbye. Hello, just really quickly, just arrived at the next spot where I'm going to be doing a washi taiken. As I said earlier, Ogawamachi is famous for its paper, so I'm here to learn about how it's made, the process that goes into it, and make it a little bit myself.
We started the experience by receiving an explanation on the process of making washi paper. At one point, they introduced a bucket of slime, which is used in the mix. However, a tiny strand escaped the bucket, which encouraged the rest to escape.
Bucket of slime. Bucket of...
Bye-bye.
We then went inside the factory and they showed us the technique of shaking the board to evenly spread the pulp. I got to dip my hands into the slimy water and try it for myself.
Oh, great sound.
I did it. I actually get to keep it. They're gonna send it to me. After learning how to make washi, it was time to visit a really cute washi gift shop.
Now I can actually buy some made by professionals. And there's a lot of beautiful different types, different kinds of smoothness and roughness and colors and patterns. So I'm going to look around and see if there's anything that I like. Actually, I'm really liking these notebooks and letter sets. The texture of this one with all the different flecks of color and the hand stitching
on the edge. Oof, it is my kind of vibe. Okay, I found the smaller version of the notebook and I think I'm gonna get it. It looks really cute. It looks a bit too special to write in just normally, so I think I'm gonna keep it as a memory book or something, put some photos in it. They also have this area where they have stuff that's been damaged for so cheap. This whole roll is 200 yen.
Nice.
I actually ended up wrapping some Christmas presents in the washi paper, and honestly, it was perfect. The look was really classy, and the matte texture was super nice to touch.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, it's been a second since the last clip. Basically, yesterday we finished up the activities in Ogawamachi, got on a bus, headed to Gyoda, and stayed overnight in a hotel. So now, day 2 is all focused on Gyoda. Let's go!
Our first stop the next morning was to check out Gyoda's castle called Oshi Castle. It's surrounded by a huge moat, and inside there's a museum.
Hello everybody, I am staring into the sun once again. This morning we have taken a wonderful walk around Oshi Castle and its grounds, and we've been on a little tour of the outside and the inside where there is a beautiful local museum where you get to learn about all the history. There's also a bunch of fish and they're really cool. God, that sun's bright. I have some fun history facts, but I can't remember them because my brain is full of other things, so I've written them down. Don't judge me. Also in the museum, we learnt about all the tabi and the history of making tabi in the area, and they have English guides as well as a bunch of other languages, like little audio guides. So even though everything's in Japanese, you'll still be able to understand. So for Oshi Castle, it was so strong, it never really fell, you know? They didn't really take it over by destroying the castle or conquering it. There was a massive siege. So in 1590, there was the siege of Oshi, which was during the siege of Odawara. So Yoshida Mitsunari sent 23,000 troops to Oshi Castle, and Oshi Castle only had 619 samurai and 2,000 local conscripts. So they didn't have many people, and they were defending against 23,000 people, and they held out for over a month. The castle stood, they kept fighting off everybody, and the only reason they surrendered was because their lord, Narita Ujinaga, lost the battle in Odawara. That's why they gave up, not because of the castle, so very strong, very brilliant. However, they did destroy everything during the Meiji Restoration. However, they built it back up so we can see it today, hooray! Anyway, I'm gonna do my favorite thing, which is stare at the fish. Let's go. Yeah, man, that's the stuff. That's what I'm talking about. This is what it's all about. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I then travelled from Oshi Castle to Suijo Koen, where I had researched a really cute cafe that I wanted to visit.
Okay, this spot is one I've been very, very excited about. This spot is called Vert Cafe, and it used to be a bank that opened in 1922, and since then it's been turned into a cafe. But it's one of the few wooden, historical, like Western style buildings in Gyoda, so it's very important, and it's a kisaten. So the kind of food that they sell here is very retro and classic, like kisaten food. So they have things like hotcakes, napolitan, retro kisa style pudding, cream sodas. So I've ordered a few things that I'm excited to try. When I'm filming this, it is Christmas time, so there's a nice Christmas tree and Christmas vibes. And I would recommend coming here at this time because it's super nice. It's really, really good. Look at these bad boys. The setting for this place is gorgeous. The view is super nice and peaceful. I think this is really special. I really, really love this. Let me give you a little close-up shot of the syrup on the pancakes. It's so thick. This is Wiener coffee, by the way. It's the same spelling as Wiener, as in hot dog Wiener, but it's Vienna coffee. In Japanese, it's Wiener. But it's just basically black coffee with whipped cream on top, and it's very delicious, and I'm a huge fan of it. It's super good. I got some hotcakes, a pudding, of course, it's me. I'm gonna do that, and a wiener coffee. I'm gonna try the wiener coffee. Itadakimasu. Wiener coffee is so good because it has that sweet cream and then that really like rich coffee underneath. It's quite like a bitter in sweetness, and it just balances out really nicely. These hotcakes are called Boogie Woogie hotcakes. I really like the name. Itadakimasu. I get it now. I get why they're called Boogie Woogie. Quite a classic Western style hotcake. Really great flavor, but it's a little bit salty. The syrup is sweet. Really great texture. Nice and moist, not dry or anything. And yeah, a delicious hotcake experience. Oh, I'm so excited for this pudding. Oh my god, the sauce. Look at that. I'm impressed. I was worried from the moment I put my spoon in. Sometimes with this kind of form of like kisaten pudding, to get it to stand firmly, they add a lot of like gelatin and stuff, or kanten, which can give it a really like snap finish, which I'm not a huge fan of, but they've managed to get the stiffness to be able to keep the shape. However, it's actually surprisingly creamy. There isn't that like, I don't know, watery kanten flavor. It's like actually super creamy and really indulgent, deluxe, premium, dense, smooth, creamy. Oh my gosh, this place is awesome. There's such a beautiful view. Well, before we go to the next spot, I'm gonna sit here, stare out the window, look at the view, watch some fishermen, and finish my food. So I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. So this is Gyoda Hachiman Jinja, and it is a shrine in Japan that is dedicated to eyes. So if you've got any eye problems, like I do, you can come here and pray. I've also seen reviews online where people prayed for cancers and health things as well. But also, I know here you can get an omamori, or a protection charm for your skin. I've had acne since I was a child. I mean, it can't hurt. I don't mind having a little protection for my skin, but maybe this shrine can just help reinforce a lot of self-acceptance and love. Who knows? But I do love a little trinket, so let's go. Time to purify my hands in the coldest water known to man. It's like a little peach. Time to give it a little rub. I love to rub a little peach butt. So here they have all of the different omamori that you can buy, or little protections for a variety of things. They have here, I like how they have this one in English. You can get a little safe driving or traffic safety omamori. This one is for foot health, and it also features the tabi, which is what the area is famous for making. The one I'm personally here for is Ohada no Omamori. So this is to help your skin. I'm gonna get this one. Hey, arigatou. Woo, got the goods. Got the goods. Okay, it's lunchtime. I'm at a restaurant called Chujiro, and they're known for their soba, but I'm here to feature something incredibly special. Ta-da! This is called zeri fry, and it's kind of like a korokke, if you know what a korokke is. It's like a mixture of potato inside with a bit of okara, which is like a soy pulp, but usually korokke has a batter on the outside, or like a crumb as well, whereas this is just fried as is. Never seen it before, but hey, you know what? Sometimes things that look very simple can taste extra delicious. As well as that, I have, of course, some beautiful tempura, some beautiful soba. Here we go, itadakimasu. I will say there is a surprising amount of flavor on the outside. I'm not sure if they've added some kind of seasoning or dipped it in something, but it is enjoyable. It's a great texture. I will say, of course, one of my favorite things about Japan is the characters, the mascots. There's so many and they're weird and wacky, but thankfully Zeri Furai has its own mascot, which is Kozeni-chan. So, I mean, there's mascots for a lot of things. And I'm glad that they made such a simple yet tasty thing look so cute.
We took a trip over to Isami Corporation, which is famous for making tabi. There were many people working on every step of the process. And to my surprise, also some workers that came from overseas. They let us try to do one of the steps of making the tabi. However, it was clear that we were not amazing at it.
Okay. Going around the seam. This guy is very experienced, by the way. This is my first time, just to let you all know. Somebody's gonna get a pair of shoes that I wonder if they're gonna throw them away or if someone's gonna get those shoes, because I feel like I've messed them up.
Everyone there was so professional and amazing at their jobs, and it was cool to see so many people working hard on what is clearly still a thriving industry with so much history. We were then driven back over to Oshi Castle to try on a samurai outfit. And after that, we headed over to our final spot to try some popular steamed red bean buns called Manjyu.
Hello, we are at the last spot for the day and for this trip, and it is a manju place. So the manju that is famous here is Jumangoku Manjyu, and the shop is called Jumangoku Fukusaya. The manju is famous, and one of the things that it's famous for is its tagline. There's television commercials where the tagline is "Umai, umasugiru," and that's it. But apparently it's really well known in TV commercials. I have to try it. I've come all this way. I have to give it a go. Here it is. They even have a pillow version, so you can fall asleep on your favorite sweet. I have my Jumangoku right here. Get a little close up. If you didn't know, manju is basically like a steamed bun. Usually its filling is red bean. So they also have some tea here. Itadakimasu. The texture is super soft. It's quite sweet, but it's also still quite simple, but there's like something extra to it. I'm not sure what it is. I gotta take another bite. The outside manju skin bit actually like melds really well with the red bean. It's super soft. Sometimes I can find that with manju that the outside is a bit too different or dry, but this is like, it's like the perfect texture. And the red bean on the inside is super smooth and it pairs really well with tea. Delicious combo. Perfect way to finish up the trip. Hello, all you lovely people who made it to the end. Thank you so much for joining me. It's time for me to head off and leave Gyoda, but it's been really fun checking out Ogawa Machi and Gyoda. Before I go, I want to give a huge thank you once again to the sponsors of today's video, who is the Saitama Tourism Association. Thank you so much for inviting me along on this trip. Yeah, I'm so happy I got to see more of Saitama, because I feel like it's always been such a mystery to me. I feel like I'm getting to know a bit more about deep Saitama. Yeah, also huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support. It's thanks to you guys that I can do stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or not like this. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ja ne!